Alright, hey guys, this is Monday, April 27th for 7th grade science. And so basically on the paper I had outlined for us to do page 46 through 448, but we kind of finished that, went ahead and finished that up Friday. And then I had us to do page 449 through 452. So basically today I'm going to go ahead and kind of cheat a little bit and kind of cut in some stuff for Tuesday too. And so I'm going to go ahead and actually do page 449 through page 455 and go ahead and get that out of the way. Now, you can do this, the homework, I won't necessarily assign the homework for this today. I'll keep that on the assignment yesterday, but tomorrow you have a quiz too. So you may want to go ahead and do the assignment today as well. That way you don't have as much to do tomorrow. That's perfectly fine. But we'll basically do that. That way we're just kind of a little bit ahead of what I had planned. So for page 469, for 446, so page 449, I need you to read page 449 through page 455. You can go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so I'm on page 449. Go ahead and clean it up. So we have Standing Giants is kind of the title here. And just reading through here, we get our first vocabulary word being carbon sink. And it says, not only do forests produce oxygen, they also remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere to help control the amount of carbon dioxide on the planet. Any system or object that absorbs carbon dioxide from the environment is called a carbon sink, or simply a sink. So anything that absorbs carbon dioxide from the environment. An object that produces carbon dioxide is called a carbon source. So a carbon source produces carbon dioxide, a carbon sink takes it out of the environment. 2/3 of the terrestrial carbon, excluding rocks and soil, is stored in the carbon sink that we call forest. As a tree grows, it captures carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and incorporates it into its tissues. Because of the long life of the forest, it accumulates carbon dioxide over decades and does not release it. So next, there at the bottom of page 449, we have the carbon-oxygen cycle. It says all living things need nutrients to survive. To ensure that there are always enough nutrients for the great number of living things on Earth, God designed nutrient cycles that recycle nutrients reused by other organisms. Because of the large amount of carbon dioxide that they use and store, forests help ensure proper function of the carbon-oxygen cycle, the nutrient cycle that cycles the elements carbon and oxygen. As you may remember, most living things need oxygen so that they can perform cellular respiration. Carbon is one of the 4 main elements of living things: carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and the cell components made from them all contain carbon. And so continuing on, it just kind of goes through the photosynthesis, and a couple different things there that kind of take the oxygen out of the plant and helps it kind of grow and so forth and such on. So that you can finish reading that. I'll skip down on page 450, down there towards the bottom. It says, forests also increase the ability of land to hold water. A forest may hold 5 times its weight in water. The roots of a tree provide a natural filter and storage for water. The trees provide a cover to the soil with leaves, twigs, and other debris. The cover layer allows water to be absorbed slowly into the soil. As the cover decays, it enriches the soil and provides nutrients. Because trees hold the soil and slow the flow of water from the ground surfaces through the soil, the water from heavy rains does not rush through and take soil with it. When trees are removed, the water falls too quickly and rushes off the soil into the streams. This runoff water causes the rivers and streams to flood. Trees also help regulate the weather by blocking the force of wind. They cool the ground under them and protect it from possible scorching. The canopy can protect saplings from snow damage by collecting snow on stronger branches. A forest not only protects the plants, but also protects the animals that live there, providing homes and retreats for them. Page 451, you have the science investigation you can read through. I'm going to skip it with y'all. I'll be on the page, bottom of page 452. It says trees are one of the greatest renewable resources, which is a natural resource that regenerates relatively quickly. Although we can cut down a tree, we can also regrow them. Much of our daily life is dependent upon trees and products we make from trees. More than 5,000 different products are made from trees. These include chemicals, paper products, fuel, lumber, and byproducts of wood scraps. On page 453 there, they give you kind of the overview of the different things that are made from the tree. Continuing on page 454, some important chemicals that are extracted from wood are cellulose, lignin, and oils. The cellulose is converted into cellulose acetate, which is used in many products like rayon as a synthetic fabric, sausage casings, and sports helmets. So it goes through a couple of the different things there, again, that we use from trees. Harvesting the crop, it says to make the many products that come from the trees must be cut down. Removing trees from the forest for human use is called tree harvesting. In clear cutting, all the trees from a designated area are harvested at once. The clear cutting method of tree removal is used for trees whose seedlings grow best in full sunlight, or if the trees are shallowly rooted. If only some of the trees were left scattered through the field, the wind might be able to knock them over because of the poor root system. So the field is either left to be reseeded by neighboring trees whose seeds are wind scattered, or they are artificially renewed by planting seedlings. Another type of clear cutting method is block cutting, which involves removing all the trees from relatively small areas. The harvester will move through the forest to a new area and cut another block section, leaving patches of uncut trees in between. We have the seed tree method, which is used for trees that produce seeds that are wind scattered and seedlings that need abundant sunlight for proper growth. Several seed trees are selected 5 or 10 years before harvest. These trees are given optimal conditions for growth by thinning around them and removing some of their competition. Without the competition for space, water, minerals, and sunlight, trees grow faster and remain healthier. And so at the harvest, all of the trees except the seed trees are cut. Then the seed trees remain to repopulate the area, and it just kind of replenishes itself from there. Next, you have selection cutting, which is used for trees that grow well in partial shade. Scattered mature trees are harvested sporadically. After the selection cutting, the remaining trees are able to grow more rapidly because some of the competition has been removed. So there's that definition. The last one here is a shelter wood. It resembles a combination of the seed tree method and selection cutting. It uses 3 basic cuttings spread over a 10 to 15 year period. The first cutting in a shelter wood removes quality trees, allowing all the remaining trees to grow better. The second is to harvest most of the trees, leaving only the best seed trees. Then enough seed trees are left that there is still a canopy to provide shade for young trees. And then the third cutting is made once the seedlings have taken root. This cutting removes the seed trees, allowing the new crop to grow. And so there's that. So that pretty much gets us through page 45 of section review 12.4. Again, I actually had those 5 review questions for you to do tomorrow. If you want to go ahead and get them done today, since I kind of moved things up slightly, then you can go ahead and do that, but have it done by the end of tomorrow, basically. So if you want to do 1 through 5 today, you can. If not, do them tomorrow. So if you'll have a good day, contact me if you need anything or have any questions.